Just a few weeks ago, the White House was touting what it said would be a summer of joy and freedom. Things have changed.
This is an American tragedy. People are dying and will die who don't have to die. If you're out there unvaccinated, you don't have to die.
The US president announced a mixture of incentives and requirements. Employers will be reimbursed for paid sick leave given to employees to get vaccinated, and Biden urged local authorities to use emergency federal aid to offer the unvaccinated $100 to get their shots. In addition, federal government employees and contractors will be required to disclose their vaccination status. If they refuse or are unvaccinated, they will be required to wear a mask no matter their location, physically distance from others, be tested weekly or twice weekly, and have travel restrictions imposed. But this isn't a federal vaccine mandate. The president said he wasn't clear about the legality of one, and federal employees have a choice not to get vaccinated, but clearly their working lives will be more difficult as a result. Biden made it clear this was not a partisan issue.
The vaccine was developed and authorized under a Republican administration, and it's been distributed and administered under a Democratic administration. The vaccines are safe, highly effective, and there's nothing political about them.
We have a country in crisis.
That wasn't the message on Capitol Hill, where masks are now mandatory in the House of Representatives, leading to statements of outrage from the Republican minority leader. He tweeted that liberal officials wanted to live in a perpetual pandemic state, which led to this withering response from the Democratic Speaker of the House.
Leader McCarthy says it's against the science.
It's a very unusual, rare event.
The administration's leading virus expert has been trying to explain this is a dynamic situation.
What's changed, Judy, is the virus has changed. The Delta variant has a very unusual capability of spreading much more easily than the Alpha did.
The debate about masking in schools is getting heated across the country.
These kids are not affected. Please stop the insanity. You have already done damage to these kids by having them wear masks.
It is.
But other parents argue that it's masking up that would end the confusion about safety.
Oh, tremendously more so comfortable because the strategy worked. They proved it worked. They proved it worked last year.
But perhaps there are some hopeful signs that those who've decided not to get vaccinated so far may not be firmly entrenched in their position. While still way down from the peak seen in April, the numbers of those getting vaccinated have been creeping up week on week. Shihab, Rattansi, Al Jazeera, Washington.